everyone, to your full moon reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on. This full moon in Gemini, the last super moon of the year. No, last full moon of the year. Okay. This message is coming out. And I will have your individual readings. They are time stamped. Oops, there we go. Look at that. I like that. It says, you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. This. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Wow, and being that we're in this beautiful Sagittarius energy right now. Think about that new, and there it is, full moon in Gemini. There we are. The answers that you need are coming. So it says you are good enough. Look at what's going on around you at this time. Through the chaos, this full moon is going to add a little chaos and a little bit of disruption as we are still getting out of Mercury retrograde. So, communication is going to really be needed at this time. But I do like that it says, even through the chaos, there is some good luck. So, and that's because of that Jupiter energy coming through. And this full moon is in the constellation of Taurus at this time. So there's still going to be a lot of stability. There's still going to be a lot of stubbornness that people are wanting to put out there. Okay, so make sure that you are continuing to keep your energy protected. Okay, guys. And remember, no matter what, it's a full moon. Emotions are high, intelligence is low. It says, what do you need to release? Waning moon. It's saying it's time to release, really dig deep within the situation and figure out what it is that you truly need as a personal issues reaches a resolution. So this is a great time to take those personal issues and make those resolutions at this time. Okay. It is a time to give rather than to take. New moon in Virgo as you have faith in your dreams. Very nice. Okay, guys, let's get in here. And remember, it is that Gemini energy, right? So there is going to be a lot of communication. Okay, but remember, we are still getting out of Mercury retrograde, so the communications might not be as open as you really want them. But it's kind of crazy because I kind of feel like for some people, they are going to want to open up a little bit more. But that's just because of those high emotions. But then it's going to say, well, which area is it going to be on? Is it going to be mad? Is it going to be sad? Well, it's going to be a little different for everyone, right? Okay, let's get in here. As you can see, I have cleaned off the board a little bit so we can use some of these moon cards. Getting straight in here, if you're looking for the timestamp, as I said before, the timestamp is in the description area under the video. So let's get in here straight from Aries Taurus to Pisces Aries. 1 or 2 cards, please. Aries Taurus. Balancing spirituality and practicality at this time, full moon in Pisces. So it's talking about balancing yourself and make sure that you are keeping yourself very balanced at this time, Aries Taurus, so that way you can have the victory that you're looking for within whatever situation. There's going to be a lot of self-confidence that's going to come actually from this full moon in Gemini for you. So you might actually feel like you're progressing. You might even feel a little more self-confident and feeling like you're getting praise and recognition at this time. I really like that. I feel like you're on your Heidi horse. Loving that energy. Loving that energy for you. Also remember to protect your energy no matter what, especially if you're having such a wonderful, self-confidence. I don't feel like in the very, very beginning of the month that you really were feeling that self-confidence, but I think as the full moon energy just keeps continuing. The portal is open now, so I just feel as within the next couple of days, all of a sudden you're going to find this energy that's just going to kind of push you into this, hey, You know, I can do that and I can do this. And that's where the creativity is really coming in as well. As you're going to feel a lot more creative. As you're feeling more creative and more passionate, it does tend to keep that self-confidence going, because it's like pushing you into areas of like, you know, I can do that. And when we can feel like we can do something that really makes that opening, right? For, hey, I know how to do that. I can do that, right? And feeling very self-confident. I love it too, because the bottom of the deck for you is the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So see, it's definitely bringing in that Aries energy for you. Plus the Aries reading, guys, if you didn't watch the Astro Dice for Aries, you might want to do so, because it's definitely talking about how it's changing things around, and you are definitely taking on that Aries energy this month, at least so far, right? But within the Astro Dice, even of your own Astro Dice, we can see that Aries energy coming through. I don't think it was until the end of the month really where we were starting to see that more grounding energy for you. That Taurus energy kind of pushing its way through. Taurus, Gemini. Bringing love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. I'm talking about emotions are running high. Watch your emotions at this time, because we are in a super moon, and this is the last super moon of the year. Actually, it's the last full moon of the year, but definitely is going to allow those emotions to run high. Also, watch the way people are treating you, coming towards you, because you do have a lot of labor of love going on over here when it comes to the situation. So feeling like you're a little more vulnerable at this time, Taurus, Gemini. So don't let people walk on you and take away your power. Okay, and or your power to love, because it does feel like you're in a very loving mode and mood at this time, and it's, you know, going to be a lot of hard work also coming through. So it was like you put in all the extras, and now it's time to really kind of be rewarded with the extras back when it comes to emotions. Okay, but just like I said, ground yourself. A lot of you are empathic, so please be sure to ground yourself at this time. Gemini, Cancer. Win-win outcome forecast. Full moon in Libra, coming out with prosperity lies ahead. Talking about how that prosperity is coming out. That Libra, this Libra energy is going to really balance things out for you. You know, with this Taurus energy, wow. That's actually some spectacular energy right now, because this is saying the prosperity of you being, and you might even feel like you're a little stubborn at this time. I actually feel it is you. I feel like you are a little stubborn. I feel like you are going to take on some of that Taurian energy so that you can stay kind of more grounded at this time, because you were really trying to balance yourself and see what it is you truly need to see. Absolutely, because it says expect powerful change. Wow. So, Cancer, Leo. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon and eclipse with a new start is coming. We did see that new start. Pretty much a new start in the Astro Dice. It's a different kind of a movement for you, but I do think that this full moon does help with that. If you guys have not watched your Astro Dice reading, please go watch that, because now it's going to make more sense. You're going to say, oh, I get it, right? Because without the full moon there, right, it's kind of like, yeah, we're getting out of that Mercury retrograde, and then, of course, you have this Gemini full moon, which is, right, Mercury again. So you're going to feel that, right? Of course, it's also Virgo, though, too, because Mercury is Virgo and Gemini, right? So it's like that. See, and you had the full moon in Virgo and the full moon in Gemini, because you just got out of that Mercury retrograde. Mercury runs both zodiac signs, right? That's why it's kind of like imperative, right, to see it that way. It's not always, the Mercury retrograde is not always just about Gemini energy. It also brings out that Virgo. But you're going to feel that in this conclusions are within reach, because you're going to say, I'm going to let this go so I can get to that hard work, so I can get to this area, and then I'm going to start seeing things pulling my way, right? And it's going to pull to the point to where it's almost like you're being pushed. Well, we see that. So yeah, and I love it because at the bottom of the deck, you have this beautiful Taurian energy. And like I said, this full moon is also in the constellation of Taurus. So you're going to feel that Virgo plus that Gemini plus that Taurian energy, and then bringing out that Sagittarius as well, because this is our Sag card right there, right? King of Wands, Sagittarius, looking at the bigger picture. What is he doing? He looks at the bigger picture. He's overcoming the challenge. Wow. So yeah, you're going to really feel this. You guys are going to feel that a lot. A lot, a lot. And it's actually going to help you a lot because it's going to help you see things from a new vision. Leo, Virgo. Show the world real you. Full moon in Aquarius, and you are loved. You and your loved ones are safe. So you don't have to feel like there's something closing in on you. I feel like you've got this place within yourself at this time where you feel like the world is kind of closing in. And it's kind of like can't really move. Right? I can't really move. And that's because of the delays. That's because of the way that things are going. You might even be dealing with a Pisces. The Pisces might be pushing you and stalling you and making you feel like you have no control over this situation. And then, of course, you have Aquarius energy again. You could even be dealing with a AQUA Pisces cusp. However, but the point of the situation is that it is like I don't have this willingness. There's like this willingness that I want to push out. Oh my gosh, I feel like you're trapped in a box at this time. Then you're looking for that bigger picture. You're trying to see what it is you need to see. The crazy thing is the bottom of the deck for you is you're very close to achieving your goal. But we just talked about that as well, about how you're going to be achieving this goal, how you're pushing out of that box as well. Man, it's almost like what I just talked about for Cancer, Leo. You might want to go up one, go see that Cancer, Leo, because it's almost the same energy. It's that big, beautiful Leo energy that's pushing itself out. We see it in the Leo readings as well. So really taking on that Leo energy. And of course you have that Virgo energy, which is that Mercury, and getting out of that Mercury retrograde. It's going to make you feel like I said, like you're trapped in a box. But it's more of an invisibility. It's just because somebody's got you, or something has got you to where it feels like you can't move in the direction that you need to move in. It's kind of interesting too, because I think Virgo also kind of had that as well in their actual reading. God, I don't remember, was the end of the month. I did see that for them too. That kind of feeling. Interesting. And it's crazy because at the bottom of the deck for you, do have that Virgo energy. So yeah, feeling like you need to meditate to figure out the situation. And that's because it says because you're very close to achieving that goal. Anytime we get so close, sometimes we feel even more stuck than we actually are stuck. It's kind of weird. It's almost like, now why do I feel even more stuck than before? Because you're getting ready to see the bigger picture. You're getting ready to find the exit. Let's put it that way. Virgo, Libra. Believe in the impossible. Your commitment is being tested at this time. So you could feel like you're feeling like you're going through or getting over a rough spot, some kind of collapse, feeling restless. So there's going to be a lot of restless energy right now as Mercury retrograde is getting ready to reset itself. Mercury is your sign of your Virgo. So, and then of course having this full moon in Gemini coming out is a lot of Mercury energy for you. So you might feel like you are being tested. You might feel like you are stuck within the eye of the storm. Okay, so you might all of a sudden just feel like, what just happened? And now it's going to have to make you want to take a step back to be able to see the bigger picture so that you can reach your resolution to this situation. For those of you who are getting out of the storm, then that's fine, right? Some of you are getting in, some of you are getting out. But no matter what it feels like, no matter whether you're already there one way or another, whether you're getting ready to get out real fast, because no matter what, there's still the eye of the storm. Sorry, guys, that's just the way I see it, meaning you're still there. So some of you are going to get out real fast, or some of you still need to sit there for a minute, okay? Until you really see what that bigger picture is. Now, it's going to be different for everyone. I mean, if you catch it real fast, then I assume you can exit, right? Because you're going to allow yourself to exit. This is one of those things that's like, if you had fear to change and you're averting that delay, then no, you're not going to be able to see it, okay? Because it's just going to cause more burnout, okay? Because of the Three of Swords, okay? Watch your energy. But that's okay, because we've seen that you're going to be fine. We've seen it in the Astro Dice reading. So if you guys haven't watched the Astro Dice reading, you'll notice that it's all going to make its way back through and make itself around as it's turning itself on a dime. It literally is going to turn on a dime no matter what after this full moon. Libra, Scorpio. Best message for Libra, Scorpio, please. The energy is gaining momentum. Surrender to the divine. Where you felt like this, there was nothing coming from this situation is in reverse. So I want you to know that something big is happening. Wow. This is very interesting, because it's will not let this card be right side up. This card is nothing is coming from this situation, but it keeps coming up upside down. It's literally saying you believe that nothing is coming from this situation. It almost feels like it's counterproductive. As in, why do I keep putting in energy to something that's never going to happen for me? That's not what's going on over here, Libra. In fact, it's literally the complete opposite, because everything that you're doing is actually gaining momentum to go towards what it is you want. Surrender to the divine, full moon. So it is saying that you think you're putting in all this work to get nowhere from this situation. This is an endless situation. So you're asking yourself, why am I keep, pushing on this and pushing on this if it's getting nowhere? No, that's not what it is. You keep pushing on it because the divine wants you to keep pushing on it. There's something intuitive inside yourself that you know deep down inside, I have to do this, but I don't know why, because it doesn't feel like it's going to do anything. Totally counterproductive. You know what I mean? Like, why am I running something that makes me no money? Because it is going to make you money. Why do I keep pushing on somebody who doesn't show me any love? Because they're going to show you love. It's all in the making. It's all about the building. It's all about you. That's you. And you could be dealing with a Taurus. Oh my God, don't tell me you can be dealing with a Taurus. Oh, it's not. Yes, it's about building, being happy. But you have to have the sudden awareness right now. You don't see what's coming because you don't see the Ace of Cups. You don't realize that this is the divine pushing. You have some kind of deep intuitive thought in your head somewhere. Maybe you lost it. Maybe you knew it was there at one time, but now it's going to come back. It's going to present itself, show itself to you the way it did once before when you had the thought of why you were doing it in the first place. No, because see, what ended up happening is you started believing it was an illusion, or this wasn't real. But no, honey, it's real. It's what you're doing. It's just that you were looking at it from a point of view where it should have been quicker. It's been 5 months. Why hasn't it done anything? Because it's not meant to do anything yet. You're still building blocks. See, it's not a delusion. It's real. It's reality. If it was delusion, those 7 of Cups would be in reverse. Since I do reversals, it would be in reverse. Right? Reversals are very important. And I can't stress that enough. They're made for a reason. Because otherwise you would say that if it was in reverse, then I would say, oh, well, hold on, honey. No, everything's fine. No, bullshit. If it's in reverse, that means it was a delusion. It wasn't real. But it's not saying that. It's saying you are right where you're supposed to be. It's not a delusion. It's reality. It's just that it's taking longer than you anticipated because it's not ready. The flower needs to blossom before you produce the fruit. Think of a strawberry. Strawberries have to go to flower phase before it makes a berry. Then you get to pluck the berry, right? Right now you're in flower phase. Okay? It's on its way to make the fruit. So you're okay. You're totally fine. Libra, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Don't let your past hold you back. It's time to release negativity. Bringing in your own full moon in Scorpio over here with the South Node. South Node's going wild with you over here. It's gonna say, hey, do you remember Scorpio, Sagittarius, what we were talking about before? Scorpio energy again. Not seeing the regret, getting past the regrets to get to the Ace of Pentacles. So you're going to see a lot of surrender when it comes to this situation. A lot of your own grief, healing, and shedding. You're taking on a transformation. I mean, look, think about it. If we're saying shedding, grief, healing, that's transformation. Definitely transforming for this opportunity. So you might feel very emotional at this time. So make sure, Scorpio, Sag, that you keep your emotions. Try to keep the balance as much as possible. Okay, so I do see a little bit of over emotions coming, off of you, and then also around you. As you're pushing it out, it's going to come back in. Okay, so it might want to try to challenge you, and you might even have this person trying to challenge you as well. Okay, it could be a fire sign that's trying to challenge you. Okay, that right now we see Leo, Aries, but it could also be a Sagittarius, or it doesn't have to be. That's the energy I'm picking up. But definitely watch your emotions. You're right at the finish line of this situation. We did see this in the Astro Dice, that you are on the way out of that situation into something new and glorifying for you. You do have the Ace of Cups, but it's going to be about bringing back the peace within your life and the balance so that you can see it from a different point of view. Okay. There's going to be a lot of healing, so much healing in this situation. And the transformation is the part of healing. Sag Cap. Adjustments will be required. Okay, so you're going to find that your adjustments will be required at this time, that you get past the past as you are trying to put yourself back into the driver's seat. That's exactly what it is, trying to put yourself back into the driver's seat of this situation. You might find that there's some people that are a little more aggressive around you, so you might want to kind of take a step back from those people. Okay, so watch those people. Okay, don't let them try to confuse you or take away your energy. But I do feel like you are the driving force at this time, Sag Cap, as you are pushing yourself to the limits. Yeah, you are. You're pushing yourself to the limit. The world is opening up and the world is becoming your oyster. So really look for opportunities and progress and making decisions. But don't be jumping all over the place, because it's literally saying you don't need to be this frog that's jumping all over the place for this situation, because you already have what you need at your fingertips. Okay. Like I said, you're in the driver's seat. You're the driver of your own chariot. Universe gave you the reins. Hey, that was nice. Cap Aqua. Take time to breathe. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. For some of you, you have a beautiful Cancer coming in, who's going to show you the love and emotions, or a Scorpio. I got Scorpio, Cancer coming out. It definitely could be some water sign, but this is definitely the transition that you've been waiting for, as there was some kind of ending with a new beginning. Wow, the Judgment card. So somebody might even want to come in and try to offer forgiveness to the situation, but be warned, you do have the 10 of Pentacles to the 10 of Cups, so you do have a lot of golden opportunity coming towards you through this full moon. Why? Because the full moon says, I have this conversation with you, and I want you to understand that luck is on your side. So I'm giving you this definite, glorious golden opportunity. I'm sorry, that's exactly what it is. Golden opportunity. Aqua Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Step out of your comfort zone. It's time for you to shine, and it's time for you to give rather than take. Make sure that you are realizing that right now is time to plant your seeds. And it's also a great time to, yeah, make your angel points go back around. So if you haven't given to anyone for a while because it's been a little hectic, now is the time. You can go ahead and donate those sweaters, those old pair of pants, whatever it is, to the Goodwill, and that will also help you with if you can't find someone to donate something to, because right now it says it's time for your karmic rewards to go back around. Okay, so it does feel like that way you can get your karmic dues. Everybody needs karmic dues. Angel points is what makes the world go round. I give to you, you give to me. It's the barter trade system that we're all built on. It's the way karma works. So it says this is going to bring back up confidence and give you a lot of success. Okay, you're going to become your own success story. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry, I just heard it. 2026, you're going to become your own success story. Okay. Pisces, Aries, have faith in your dreams. Okay, because communication is key in the new moon in Gemini. And I do feel like some of you are actually dealing with a Gemini, Cancer, okay, or a Virgo, or heavy in the chart. But right now, communication is where the key is going to be for the key to your success as you're moving on. Don't let everybody or anybody take you for advantage at this time. Avoid any kind of difficult decisions at this time. There's no reason to have these difficult decisions. It just feels like somebody's trying to confuse you for no reason whatsoever. Make sure that you are taking a step back so you can get the bigger picture to the situation, because somebody wants it in their... Somebody feels entitled to being the know-it-all. That's what I got. Okay, so take that how it resonates. Like somebody, they're like, this is the way it is, and you're like, that's not even anywhere near what that's supposed to be. And you only say that because you didn't see it from it. They don't want to see it from any other perspective. So be careful of that, okay? Till next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.